Thank you guys for joining me today on Instinctive Addiction Archery. I'm Jeff Phillips. Here they are, fellas. Oh yeah. Man, am I excited. Oh my gosh. VPA Omegas. All right. You say, well, what's up with these broadheads? Well, let me just tell you guys what's going on. This is no doubt, the very easiest to sharpen single bevel, double bevel, anything I've ever tried in my life. Okay, my good man Ryan from VPA sent me a bunch of these heads to test out, and you better believe I'm going to test them. This is going to be my first go-to. This is what I'm going to start my season out with right now, this year, next week. Matter of fact, I'm starting. I took these heads. These are the 200 grain left bevel. And guys, you cannot find left bevel in much of anything. There's not many heads out there on the market that you can get in a left bevel. Most of them are right. I fletch all of my arrows left helical. Okay, so I needed a left bevel head. I love single bevels because they flat out penetrate and they just absolutely split bone. They destroy bone. Cut that big S-shaped hole. All right, guys. So he sent me these heads. I did the sharpening test on them. And I promise you guys, everything in me, less than 10 minutes a piece. Way less, actually. Way less than 10 minutes a piece, guys. Hair flying. Sharpest things I've ever seen in my life. I'm talking surgical sharp. Scary, scary sharp. Hair's flying off of them now. It's ridiculous. I could never ever get that kind of edge on any single bevel head that I ever owned and ever tried. And I tried a bunch of them, guys. I mean, I spent hours and hours and hours at the table just with jigs, with everything, trying to get this kind of edge. I could never get them to shave. Okay? Well, Ryan assured me. He said, Jeff, if you even go to 600 grit, they will pop hairs. I thought, well, we'll see. He was right, guys. He was right. And let me tell you what's cool about this. I only used, to get this kind of edge, I only used 3 different pieces of sandpaper. 400, 600, and 1000. That's it. Guys, it was so incredibly simple because you can lay these flat. All you do is lay them flat. I mean, however that little angle goes, if it's 40, 45 degrees, whatever it is, you lay it flat, and all I did was a circular motion. I just circular motion. I kept my finger right there by the edge and just made sure I kept it down flat. Man, I just went to town. Oh, just a few rounds on one grit. Then I'd put another one down and I'd do it. Same thing. Then I got to my 1000 grit. I did it on that, and it was mirror polished. And all I did was flipped it over and just barely went around a time, maybe 2 times, to knock that little burr off the back side. And I took my leather strop and I stroked it on my leather strop maybe 8 or 10 times, maybe. Hair popping. Amazing, guys. So what the deal is with these. Everybody knows that a 200 grain single bevel head is going to penetrate like crazy. I mean, they are going to have the penetration. They're not a super wide broadhead, but the cut is awesome on them. And check this out. They're kind of a hybrid, guys. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this much, the first section up to here, is actually double bevel. That's right, with the Tonto tip that is razor sharp. A Tonto tip that is razor sharp. Plus, you have double bevel, then all the rest from this black out is single bevel to give you the mechanical advantage. It's an all-in-one head. It's everything you could ever dream of, especially for you guys that are shooting lighter pounds. Trust me, if you're shooting these light pound bows, these 40-pound bows, or maybe even less, or anything in the neighborhood, you put some heads like this on, and it will give you more penetration than probably anything that you could ever try. It's a fact, guys. It is going to be a winner, I'm telling you. Now, I'm pushing a 650 grain arrow. These arrows are 650 grains. I'm shooting the gold tip traditional XT 400s. They got 100 grains worth of insert and shock collars on them, so I'm running 300 grains on the front of this thing. This is a 650 grain arrow. out of a 48-pound bow at my draw. It ain't gonna stop. I'm just gonna tell you that now. I'm not playing. I'm shooting some real arrows this time, okay? And I'm not giving up that much speed, but my bow is so quiet. I'm shooting split finger. My bow is whisper quiet, and these things are hitting like a tank. I've got other arrows set up for them in some 500s and for my longbow, okay? So I'm gonna shoot these heads out of both of them. I cannot wait to get a shot and see just how much penetration I get with these things. But guys, I'm gonna tell you, I'm loving them, okay? And I will tell you now, when you deal with a company as good as VPA, they don't get any better. We're talking like family, okay? They are so good. These people take pride. They take great pride in their products, guys. They really do. And to me, they have come up with the answer to what I've been looking for in a broadhead. Now, the Simmons heads that I've been shooting, I love my Simmons heads. They're devastating. They're great. It just takes time to sharpen them, okay? I got away from single bevels. Number one, because there was so little choice in a left bevel. So few you could get. Maybe a cutthroat, maybe a grizzly. Not many more. So I was looking for a left bevel, single bevel head. But I really didn't want to go through the sharpening process like I did before, because guys, it just takes so long. And I never could achieve that kind of edge. I could never get a surgical, sharp edge. I couldn't do it. I do now. And it was as easy as Ryan said it would be. Guys, he's got videos up there on how he does them. There's multiple ways that you can, but I went the simple route. I wanted to see if I could do it with sandpaper. Super easy. No oil, no water, no nothing, just sandpaper. Wet or dry sandpaper. Razor sharp, and a leather strop. They're bad, I'm telling you. And needless to say, you know, they've got patent pending lay flat technology. Okay, lay flat technology. These things are designed to lay flat and sharpen. That's just how they built them, guys. There it is. They're awesome. Now, on top of that, they shoot like field tips. They don't plane. I mean, I tried several of them. I don't think I've got an arrow in the collection that even remotely steered. And maybe it's because the design of the head, they shoot like field tips. They do. So these are an excellent choice for compounds as well. If I were shooting a compound right now, if that's what I was doing, you better believe I'd be pushing me a 500 grain arrow with a set of these on it right here. And I could take any frontal shot. I don't care what angle the deer's at, and I would shoot completely through that animal. I don't care what it's doing. I would have the confidence with a compound to devastate a deer, no matter what shot angle he gave me, pretty much. Because I've done it before with my compounds, guys, with broadheads like Tooth of the Arrow, Exodus heads. I've gotten frontal shots and the arrow come out the back of the animal laying out on the ground. I have done it, okay? I know that these will. There's no doubt. You're not going to stop them. But out of traditional bows, this is the answer to the trad bow penetration, guys. It is the answer to it. If you're looking for a head, and guys, I'm going to tell you what. If you've watched any of my videos, and I hope you have, I've got a big black target, and it's called Bonafide. It's a Bonafide target. It is designed, it has an inner core layer designed to stop any arrow. It's made to shoot crossbows, compounds, anything you want to shoot at it. And generally, there is not an arrow on the planet that will get past the inner layer. And the inner layer is a heavy nylon, double layered nylon center of this target. Guys, I promise you, this arrow, unsharpened, factory head out of the box before I even sharpened them. 20 yards. I drew back. I wanted to watch how it flew. I buried it to the feathers. My target was right here, buried to the feathers. Almost shot completely through that thing without even being sharpened. And I'm not even going to waste the shot with my razor sharp. I got them hunting ready. They're hunting ready right now. But that proved to me, it proved to me, if it'll shoot through that thing, I'm not even worried about a deer. Not at all. Not whatsoever. It's incredible, guys. And even with lighter arrows, even with a lighter arrow setup, if you're shooting a 480 grain arrow, okay, fine. Run these kind of heads. You're gonna get the penetration you need. Absolutely. If you do encounter bone, they are designed to split that bone. As that arrow is turning, it goes in and it has the mechanical advantage. It splits the bone. Ribs, a scapula, it doesn't matter. It's going to split it. How far you get past that is up to how much arrow weight you're running behind it and what kind of pounds you're shooting, guys. That's all it is to it. It's the truth. It really is. So I'm going for maximum penetration this year. Quietest bow I can get with the most penetration possible. That's what I'm going to do. So there it is, guys. There is the VPA Omega. I like the name Omega. I kind of think they may have come up with that name because they may figure that's probably the last broadhead you'll ever buy. It probably is. Unless you lose them, you're not going to hurt them. Just keep sharpening them and keep killing stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. And I want you to go to their website, check them out, go to VPA. Now, I've always been a VPA guy. I've shot their 3 blades for years with great success, especially the longer 200 grains. I love the heads, but I am a big fan of a single bevel 2-blade head. I am a big fan for penetration purposes, guys, because I'm shooting a trad bow. I am shooting recurves and longbows. I don't shoot heavy pounds. I shoot heavier arrows, but I don't shoot real heavy pounds. Therefore, I need all I can get, especially on big body deer, okay? So guys, do yourself a favor. Check them out. I'm only bringing you this because they were good enough to send me some to get my take on them. I haven't shot a deer with them yet, and Lord willing, that's about to happen here real soon. Hopefully here in less than a week. But I could not be happier with them being exactly what the man told me they were, as far as easy to sharpen, spin true, and fly like a field tip. Everything he said was exactly point on, guys. It was. And there's no way that this thing won't put a deer down quick. There's no way. It's going to. So thank you for joining me today on Instinctive Addiction Archery, guys. Love you so much. Pray that everything we do bring honor and glory to the good Lord above that gives us all things to enjoy. Till next time, goodbye.